It's 2024 in Dallas.
2024 in Dallas.
And asphalt is the new lead.
Believe it or not, from the 1930s to the 1980s, there were 3 lead smelters operating in central Dallas: NL and Dixie in East Oak Cliff, and the huge RSR in West Dallas. Each one was pumping thousands of pounds of lead air pollution into the neighborhoods surrounding them, poisoning the bodies of residents. In the 1970s and 80s, residents living near the smelters organized to close them down. Closing the Dallas lead smelters was one of the most important advances in public health in Dallas history, and it was the beginning of the local environmental justice movement. In 2024, there are 2 80-year-old asphalt shingle factories operating in central Dallas: GAF in West Dallas, just a block from where RSR was, and TAMKO in Joppy. Both operate in the middle of predominantly black and brown neighborhoods. Both produce the same toxic pollution. Both are owned by wealthy, white, out-of-state families. That's why they're the toxic twins, and they're the worst examples of environmental racism in Dallas in 2024. Combined, GAF and TAMKO release a lot of industrial air pollution, including most of Dallas's industrial sulfur dioxide, a quarter of its particulate matter, and a tenth of its hydrocarbons. Yet, Joppy and the Singleton corridor represent a tiny fraction of Dallas's population. Particulate matter are invisible pieces of toxic soot that can end up anywhere in your body through your bloodstream. It causes a lot of the same health problems that lead does, even at very low levels of exposure. Monitors in Joppy show residents are routinely exposed to more PM pollution and suffer more asthma and COPD than Dallas County or Texas averages. And as of this year, Dallas County is in violation of a new EPA standard for PM air pollution. Mixing sulfur dioxide with particulate matter makes both kinds of pollution more toxic. Despite being among the largest sulfur dioxide polluters in Dallas, neither GAF nor TAMKO have modern controls called scrubbers to reduce it. Because asphalt starts out as oil refinery waste, it has the same dangerous chemicals, called hydrocarbons, as oil and gas. In West Dallas, residents often see blobs of these chemicals on their property. Both GAF and TAMKO are located where they are because of racist zoning left over from the 1940s that put heavy industry in black and brown neighborhoods. Since 1987, both GAF and TAMKO have been classified as non-conforming by the city of Dallas, meaning they shouldn't be doing business at their locations next to homes. But 40 years later, they still are. When West Dallas resident Janie Cisneros tried to get the city to follow its own law to schedule a closing of GAF, they locked her out of City Hall. She's having to sue the city just to follow the law. Enough is enough. We want 4 things. Close down the shingle factories the way Dallas closed down its lead smelters. To make them move sooner, levy a shingles tax on both factories with the proceeds funneled back to the neighborhoods they poisoned. Declare Joppy and West Dallas off limits to industry. Boycott both companies until they move. Join the fight this Earth Day weekend. It's 2024 and enough is enough.